Alright, so we're out here at the coon hunter's cabin pasture, and these are our 10, well technically right now there's 9 replacement heifers that we kept back, or not kept back, but kept for use of breeding in a couple years when they are mature. That one right there in front is Nemo, and he is named that because one of his ears was frostbitten, and so it's shorter than the other one. So I like to pride myself on the clever names occasionally. So we feed them mostly hay and then the grass that they get to eat. And we give them corn every morning to give them some extra energy and protein, which we feed them on the lid of an old feeder. Nemo, see how one of his ears is shorter? He can be kind of a twerp sometimes. Oh, sometimes. So they're all pretty well-behaved cattle. I'm pretty proud. We raised them pretty well. They aren't like super wild or rowdy or, you know, cantankerous. This is a pretty nice pasture that they're in. We have a mineral tub for them because grass and corn and hay doesn't always give them all the minerals and stuff they need. So to keep them from being nutrient deficient, give them that. There are all sorts of pastures we could have had them in, but this one gives us the easiest access because it's right by the lane and the road up here, so we don't have to run all over trying to get to them or get back to one of the other pastures. It's harder to get to, and it's easy to keep an eye on them, and they're surrounded by other pasture, so if they did happen to break through one of the other fences, there'd be a pretty good chance that they'd still be in a pasture. And it happens that young heifers especially seem to get out more than anything else. Well, young steers too. Isn't that right? Yes. Yes, it is. See, like I said, pretty tame, right? That's what happens when you raise them from when they're little and you give them a lot of attention and you feed them, hand feed them. They get to be pretty tame, which is usually a good thing, except when you're trying to move them and they don't move because they know you too well and they won't go back and they won't back up and they won't move like you want them to. And they think they just can get right around you. Which is what I said, he's a twerp sometimes, because sometimes he just decides he doesn't want to go with everybody else, he wants to stay back. But the other girls are all pretty good. So this one here is Mandy, number 61, her mom's Courtney. We have Abby right here. Hi, Abby. That one right there is Reese. Hi, Reese. She has a little white on her. I like to keep the ones that have white markings because as it is with most any animal, they'll lose their tags not a couple dozen, but sometimes, you know. So it's nice to have ones with markings so you can tell them apart. This one here is Felicity, and her mom is Faith, and her mom is really big, and she's one of the biggest heifers we have. She's fantastic. A couple more girls. Hi, girls. Hello, Julia. Oh, hello. Julia's a little smaller than I thought she was. You try to keep back you try to hold the ones that you want that are bigger so that they're ready when you want to breed them. There are a couple more down here. Annie decided she was going to get out, so she got out of the pasture and she made her way back with the other cows. So the other day we were out here and we were like, hey, there's not all the cows supposed to be back here. That one is Gwen. Hello, ladies. That's Martha. I wish I could remember every single one of their names, but I have 40 cows, so not always. Not always. What are you guys getting at? Oh, we put a salt block in here, didn't we? Well, yes, indeed. I was afraid they wouldn't be able to get to it, but they're pretty big, aren't they? You're getting bigger every day. And then, oh no, the water got turned off. I'm gonna have to move this. The water was at such an angle that the wind was blowing it out and making it go down and make everything muddy. And so it seems that the water was turned off. So I'm going to have to move this tank because otherwise the water's just going to keep spilling out. And we don't need wasted water and we don't need a big mud puddle everywhere. So I'm going to get going on that. Thank you for watching. Say goodbye, ladies.